seat to present our next award. She is the CEO of Strategic Staffing Solutions, a grand patron of tonight's event and an incredible leader in promoting charitable and business ties between the United States and the Baltic countries. Cindy.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. It gives me great pleasure and honor to be able to introduce this. It's not an award, though. It's an award for us that you're here, Michael. So I get to introduce Michael Strautmanis, who is Chief of Staff to the Assistant to the President for Intergovernment Relations and Public Engagement. Michael is originally from the Midwest, Chicago, practiced law before joining the Clinton administration, and served as Chief Counsel and Deputy Chief of Staff to then Senator Obama in the United States Senate. He received his BS from the University of Illinois, his law degree from the University of Illinois College of Law. He is the highest ranking Baltic American in the current administration. Yes. He is one of President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama's closest friends. And like all Baltic individuals, he's known as someone who can get things done. And the President describes him as a utility man. So, and Michael, you have for a few minutes the opportunity to be in a room full of people where absolutely no one will ask you about your name. So please, you're honored to have you.
Thank you, Cindy, for both that great introduction and for stealing my opening line. I did come in here, and it was it's a very unusual occasion when you walk around, you are introduced to people, and you introduce yourself to people, and no one gives you a quizzical look about your last name. So this has been wonderful. I see we have so many ambassadors here. Ambassador, it's great to see you. I have to give a shout out to our Latvian ambassador first. It's a pleasure. I'm pleased to be here. I know Ambassador Kublitz is here as well. Thank you so much. I wanted to say hello on behalf of President Obama. I feel like I'm getting a little feedback. That's better. I wanted to say hello on behalf of President Obama, the First Lady, the staff, and all the folks that work at the White House. As was said, I've known the President and the First Lady for some time, almost 20 years now, and I can tell you that he understands the Baltics. He understands the role that the Baltic countries play in Central Europe and around the world. You are our strong partners, and we're committed to this very important partnership. And I want to just thank you for this engagement with our allies. I just have to say, I think that, you know, if you want to know how the White House views these global issues that we're focused on, I also want to give a nod to Kim Ford here. Kim, who's with the Vice President's office, working on the Recovery Act. I don't think anybody thought a federal government could spend several $1 billion without any missteps and without any scandals, but we seem to have done it. And it's for the hard work of dedicated public servants like Kim. So thank you very much. Appreciate you. Thank you. Just so you know how we see these issues, I think that right now our media and our public discourse is too focused on dividing things and slicing and dicing things for easy consumption. But all these issues are connected. Education is a global issue. Energy, as we've seen, is a global issue. I think Daniel Yergin wrote about that several years ago. I wish we'd have paid attention to him then. I think we'd be a lot further along towards clean energy than we are today. Healthcare is a global issue. And so I don't think we can focus anymore solely on those national security issues that fall so neatly within that box and put all the other issues on the side. I don't think the national security issues can be solved apart from these very important, what used to be termed as solely domestic issues, and I don't think the domestic issues can be solved without partnership with our international allies. I also think as we think about these issues, we also don't see them as separate regions, as separate areas of the world. Our world is global. Our world is interconnected. And so the Baltics play this vital role, yes, in Central Europe, but also in Eurasia and also around the world. And what happens there, what happens to children there affects children in the United States. And what happens to children in the United States affects children in the Baltics. And I just wanted to stop by here for a minute and tell you that. And let you know how we see these important issues. And I think it could be demonstrated by last month in Prague when the President traveled to Europe to sign the New START Treaty. While there, he took time to meet with his partners in the regions. So he hosted, along with our Czech allies, partners, a dinner for 11 leaders from Central and Eastern Europe. This was a private, working discussion. Just the President and his counterparts around the table. The Prime Minister was there. I have to tell you that the President was deeply impressed with his Baltic counterparts. He was grateful that they took the time to travel to come and join him in Prague. And even more grateful for the demonstrations, not only through words, but also through actions of our continued alliance and partnership. This powerful partnership is not just a function of interest and alliance ties. More than that, it follows from our values and our focus on the importance of engagement, collaboration, and leadership. So as we face a variety of the global challenges that I just addressed, from the continuing economic crisis to the threat of terrorism, our shared efforts in Afghanistan, and our shared efforts to solve the challenge of climate change, Europe, our Baltic allies, are indispensable and natural partner. And within Europe, our Baltic allies have demonstrated to us time and time again that they will stand with us, and we will continue to stand with them. Thank you so much for